Okay, so this is part of my, I guess, 10-part segment on what it takes to be successful. And the first one was having good manners. The other one was, which is pretty self-explanatory. The other is the 10,000-hour rule, which is, spend as much time as possible becoming an expert on something. The other one is your ability to handle failure, to really overcome failure. And then today's topic is risk. I got really good advice from a guy once that said, if you really want to make a lot of money, look for as much risk as possible. And that's kind of interesting because I think about that a lot. And really, this is really probably the most geared towards people that are younger. And I tell people that are under the age of really, let's say 30, but really as young as you are, really, 18, you should take as much risk as possible. And the reason I say that is when it comes to business risk, maybe not personal risk like jumping off mountains and stuff, but business risk because you have a long time to recover. Somebody that's 80 years old can't take a lot of risk because if he's going to live only another 20 years, he'll have a hard time recovering from that. But somebody that's really young, and whatever the heck that means, but somebody that's younger should take as much risk as possible. And I was really fortunate when I was relatively young. I took a huge amount of risk, and I didn't really know this or have anybody tell me that necessarily at that time. But you should look at taking as much risk as you can as early in your life as you can. Because let's just say you're 25 years old and you spend your entire, everything you've got, and you fail. You'll have, say it takes 5 years to figure out that you're going to fail. You'll have from the time you're 30 to the rest of your career to recover. So I just think you should take as much risk as possible, which is probably not exactly the most biblical thing, but this is really not the biblical portion of it. It's really more of just my attitude about business in general. So you should take a lot of risk. Most people don't take a lot of risk, and I get this from something that I heard in church one day. Our pastor, Mark Ashton, said he heard that Centenarians, people that are 90 years plus, wish they would have done 3 things differently in life. The first is that they wish they would have left a legacy. The second is that they wish they would have reflected more. And the third is they wish they've taken more risk. So there you go.